It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Good evening, model citizens. My name is Heath. This is Humanity Junction. Welcome to Trains and Tech. Tonight, we've got a little bit of a mail call. I'm going to read off some of the participants, see who've joined us so far this evening, and then we'll get right to it. Most of it's already unboxed, so it shouldn't take as long as an unboxing. So this is a mail call, not an unboxing. I don't really know the difference, except that I know unboxings take a really long time. And I'm hoping that mail calls are much shorter. Sparky's asking about the Strasbourg shirts. If you don't know, there are some Strasbourg shirts for the event. I don't have the Strasbourg shirt on because I wore it this weekend when I went to the New Jersey High Railers Train Stock 13. That was this past weekend. So hopefully I'll have a video edited. If you caught the trailer, that's actually what the trailer was from the open house that the New Jersey High Railers had. Luckily, it's not the boxes that are ticking. What's actually ticking is what's up there coming around. I don't know how annoying the ticking is for everybody else, but there's something that I kind of like about that sort of like ticking of it. There's something sort of meditative, I guess you can say, about the trains going around and around and around. But let's welcome some people. We got Adam Cruz in the house, who also did his first live stream this past weekend. I hope people got to check that out. Andy Estep is here. We've got Artie Zero from Awesome America Model Railroading. Conrail Nuts, also known as Mr. 8098, is in the house. Tim CP368 Productions is here. Gary Creepy 013, Sean from Dakman Productions, who also did a live stream this weekend from a G-Scale show that him and Mr. Pictovid were at. We've got Dave BNSFN Scale in the house. Dwight Curley's here. Ethan Armitage is joining us. John Benicki is here. John Train BFGR. We've got Lynn McCurdy in the High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. Mike B is in the house. Norman Rowe is joining us as well. Mike the Rail Artist is here. Roy Eltham is in the house with John Schuylkill River Valley. Sparky 107, your everything in Strasbourg, news, information, person, thing. Steve Childers still awake, still hanging out with us, and Stephen Wigwag Workshop at the bottom of my list. But if I missed you, I apologize. Thank you all so much for being here. I've got some fun things to show you. Let's actually kind of start with something though from last week. Last week, you know, I got these trains going, and we'll get to them when we get to this remote. But I kept having shorting issues, and I couldn't figure out what my shorting problem was. And what I eventually found out was that if you look at this coupler, if you kind of push down on it, you notice it kind of like stays straight, and it's kind of nice and tight. This one here, though, dangles, and you'll see there's like a lot of space here. This little thumbtack thing pops down and stays out and disengaged, whereas the other side, you know, like pops right back up. So what I discovered is that some of the springs are actually broken. There's a little spring right here. So I'm looking for replacement springs. If people know where to get the replacement springs, one solution I might do while I'm waiting for this is put some Kapton tape on it. But essentially what's happened is the spring is broken, so the coupler sort of just flops around, and that's why it was shorting out. That's why it kept stopping. So we thought it was, you know, overpower. We thought it was all kinds of stuff, but it ended up just being the K-Line K4400 trucks. Do they make Kadies for K-Line stuff? I don't. I didn't know that they did. Ethan, thank you for the kind comments. We do have some more stuff going. If you haven't seen it yet, I did a little video on how I transferred the layout design to my shelves, and I do hope to get I've got so many darn projects that I haven't gotten to it yet, but I do want to start laying track. I'm a little nervous about laying track. I feel like it's like a big commitment to lay the track. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So one of the new items, let's actually go to this camera. One of the new items that I got, we were talking about it last week. Oh, Sparky's got a question. Where were you seeing them? Let's see, were you seeing them here? These are all PGH Train Fanatic background flats, one of the sponsors of the show. Thank you, Sparky, for asking, for bringing them up. They're one of the sponsors. We're going to get more to the sponsors in a little bit because we've got some stuff from some sponsors today. Let's see. I put Katie's on my American O-Scale stuff. K-Line even made some of their products at the end. Oh, I had no idea. So apparently this coupler thing was actually an issue, and there's actually a recall that went out about it. And the recall basically requires that you put a little fiber washer in, so when the little thumbtack hits the third rail, it doesn't short everything out like it keeps doing. But I don't have the fiber washers, so I need to find. What I really just want to do is find a bunch of fiber washers, a bunch of springs, replace them all, get them all working dandy, and go there from there. Store will be opening. I don't know. There is stuff that there's some stuff that I should probably sell. Some of that, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing. Some of that Lionel stuff right there, I like it, but I don't know that I love it. Nick is here, ready for the giveaway. Nick, if you don't know, we're giving away some. No, we're not giving away your flats today, but if people don't know, I always pop on Nick's streams and I ask him what he's giving away. So he's joined us. But Nick's here. We got some other. I can't find what I'm looking for. We got some other O-scalers here. So Container Man 68 gave me a super chat super sticker. I don't remember which one last week, so that I could buy the throttle. I was having a little bit of a thing where the phone would go to sleep and the train would stop running. This throttle is pretty awesome for how simple it is. You just turn it on and, oh, I have to turn. If you've got the young lady from Amazon going, I'm probably going to set it off right now. But Alexa, turn on the O scale. I don't know if you can hear that fire up in the background or not, but she just fired up over there. And essentially, this is pretty simple. You just hit the button. Horn goes off. You select it, and then we just give it a little crank, and it starts running. So I am really really enjoying this throttle. It makes it so simple to run that train, and it doesn't time out like the phone does. So let me know if that sound gets annoying. I don't know if you can hear the sound or not, but if it gets really annoying, I'll turn it off. Dwight Curley wants to know how many engines I have. That is a very good question. A lot more than I need. We'd probably need to specify which scale, and we might have to do like a scale a night, because otherwise we'd be here all night. Glad to hear people can't hear it. Unfortunately, I can hear it. No, not my voice, the train. The train is making train sounds, which I kind of enjoy. $13,000 is the number for tonight. So one of the first things I do want to show people, and we sort of already got to it a little bit, is this lighting isn't very bright, and this lighting is on. These lights are the same exact lights that are up here, but these lights are not nearly as bright as these lights. So what I did is, Alexa, turn on the filter. I added some more light. So I think this is much better. Looks like the camera's having a little bit of a tough time with it. It's blowing out, but we'll get that sorted out. But I added so much more light that's going to help me when I lay track, and just in general. It'll just make things much easier. So if people don't know, Sparky has a $13,000 giveaway on his channel, so feel free to head on over there. Yeah, the light, it's a little too bright for this camera. It's just the way the light's adjusting. It's a little bit bright, but we'll figure it out. Conroe says the remote was his idea. I was looking at the remote before even the stream, but it's the remote's great. If you're thinking about getting the remote, I say just get it. Lynn McCurdy's making dad jokes. Terrible, terrible, terrible dad jokes. So that was the throttle. The other thing that I thought I'd mention is on the Discord. If you're not on Discord, you can check out in the description. There's a link to the Discord. But we were talking about operations, and one of the things that we talked about is something called wheel reports. And in the Model Railroader from 1984, there was an article about wheel reports for easy operation. The way I kind of understand it is, instead of saying like this specific car goes to this specific industry, it says that industry needs one boxcar, send a boxcar there. So it still gives you some instructions, but it's not as rigid, which I'm not really a prototypical modeler. I like the idea of operations and, you know, moving cars and stuff around the layout. But I think for me, part of the fun in it is going to be for it to be a little bit random, but not have it be too rigid. So tonight's going to be a little bit of both. I guess there's There's some N scale. There's some O scale, right? We already had the remote, and you're probably asking because I've got the track going on here, and you're probably wondering, why in the world do I have O scale track? And it actually goes back to last night. Or not last night, last week, with these cars. So these are 060 curves. So they're 60-inch. I don't know if it's circumference or radius or I don't have a full collection of Model Railroad magazines dating back to the 70s. I have that one. I used to have a ton of them from the 80s. When I was a kid, I used to collect them all, but I got rid of all of them at some point. So yeah, circumference. There we go. Circumference. So yeah, so this car looks tight on the 60s, but if we look up there, that's actually 036. So so Dave thinks it's radius, and Adam thinks it's circumference. Oh, it's definitely not circumference. It's either radius or diameter, I think. I really don't know. But so that's 036. So you can see how tight it is up there. There we go. Radius. Yes, radius. Okay. Oh, so Adam was just giving me a hard time and saying, no, now Martin's saying diameter. So there we go. I think Lynn's got it. It's a curve. Let's just stick with it's a curve. So the idea is that I got some 060 track, and I got just enough pieces for one corner. So I got 4 pieces. 4 pieces make up a single corner, and I don't know if I should do it now, if I should try putting it in, or if I should do it later. But the idea is it does, I did kind of lay it up there, and it does, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll, no, it's elevation. Round track goes around things. So radius, we still have people saying diameter. Ethan is saying it's a curve. I run 120-inch diameter curves and 96 on my O scale. Woo! Man, that would be awesome if I had the space. The idea being is if I go to 060, it means I should be able to run the New Hope and Ivyland, the whole train. So right now I just have the locomotive pulling the K83 cars, which the K83 cars, hold on. Now we got PGH Train Fanatics saying diameter, I was wrong. Now I don't know who to believe. I would have thought Nick from PGH Train Fanatic would have told me the straight answer. I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused. What is the normal short radius and N scale can do? Have a lot of flex track and N scale. How do you put a curve in that? Your engines can follow without derailing on new to N scale and flex. That was from the High Plains Railroad. So what I am doing on my layout is that corner over there is going to be a 9.75-inch radius. And the reason it's going to be 9.75-inch radius is because the only thing that's really going to go to this side of the layout over here is going to be 40-foot box cars. So all of the stuff on the time saver are 40-foot box cars, and that'll run around the 9.75-inch. On the other side, though, over here, I'm going to do 11-inch. 11-inch a little better, can run stuff a little bit longer. If you can, 11 inches or higher. Ideally, if I had the space, that is what I would go with. So for the 060, for overhead, what's going to happen is it's just going to come in further. So basically right now there's not really actually any track on this, on these little platforms here. And what the 060 is going to do is it's going to pull it forward more onto those pieces. So I think it's going to be okay. I bought the one. I'll put the one in. If the one works, then I'll get some more. But it definitely makes a difference. I definitely think this is going to run a lot better on the 060 curves. So, while Sparky's bringing it up, because we're about to get into some things from my sponsors, Miniprints, Iron Planet Hobbies, PGH Train Fanatic are some of the channel sponsors, and I also have available memberships. People can, Containerman68 shows up now. You missed me running the throttle, Containerman. Thank you for the throttle. Works fantastically. Got the train running. Of course, it's over on this side now, and you can't see it. There we go. Moved it into view. Containerman's a channel member. We got a bunch of channel members. Really appreciate it. Real quick, I'm going to run the thank you and just say thanks to everybody.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
Ian, I completely agree. I really like these coaches. If you saw the trailer that I was running before this live stream, these coaches were running at the New Jersey High Railers Club this weekend, and I did a lot of video recording of these cars running on the New Jersey High Railers layout. I will edit that together and hopefully get that up and going soon. Yep, I was showing off the remote earlier. Rewind, you'll be able to see it. I've been debating switching my sponsorships from Patreon to YouTube so I can get the neat little dots next to my name. Yeah, there's a little bit of an advantage on Patreon because I get a higher percentage, but the interaction on YouTube's a little easier just because it's all in the same place. Uh-oh. Containerman says, expect 2 more packages this week. So let's go back real quick. Let's answer this question from the High Plains because it's actually a really good question and it ties in to the last video I posted. He said, so how do you freelance an 11-inch curve with a string measuring 11-inch? Not being sarcastic, just never have done it. So there's a couple ways you can do it. The way that I am doing it. Hello? Yeah, no, I'm doing a live stream. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Thanks. Okay, bye. Sorry about that. The way I am doing it is, if you watch the video I just did on how to transfer your plan, I printed out my plan in full scale. I laid it down on my bench work, and then using carbon paper, I traced it out. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to then line up the curved track to what I drew on the bench work. The other way you can do it is they make these track alignment gauges. There we go. So this is a straight one. The only ones I actually got were straight ones. I got just a couple different straight ones because I'm going to just sort of make up the curves, but I got different length straight ones. you can get things like this for various curves, either from this company, which is, this is Ribbon Rail. Fast Track also makes them. A bunch of companies make them. And you basically just put them in between the rails. It sets the curve, and then you zing it down. And, yeah. I get calls all the time about my car's warranty. I don't even have a car. Yes, the phone rang. My my new Lionel remote rang, so I had to answer it. I had to answer it. It's Maxwell Smart. I don't know who Maxwell Smart is. Sparky, you should see the crates and contains full of trains in the garage in my train room. Yeah, I'm. Whew. Ribbon Rail is great. It is. I got these from, not a sponsor, got them from Factory Direct Hobbies, I think it was. But yeah, that's another story. So that's how I do it. I actually transfer the plan down and then I follow the lines, but you can get these track alignment gauges as well, which help. Oh, I know Get Smart. I know the show Get Smart. I didn't realize that the name was Maxwell Smart in Get Smart. But I know Steve Carell's Get Smart, not the original. The remote works amazingly better. I don't know if that's picked up or not on the thing, but yeah, this works so much better. So much better. I'm really glad that I got that. Heath is just a boy. That show must be for old people. Well, they did remake it. I mean, you know. Yeah. If you would have dropped the smart part, I probably would have got it a little bit sooner. He did, but the phone was in his shoe. It's not that he answered his shoe. It's, I'm terrible at, you know, movie references. I'm just, you know, yeah. Thank you. Didn't know if you could use a piece of string with flex crack. You're very informative. So you could use a piece of string, draw out your curve, and then follow, you know, the line you drew with the string. I think Jason the Train Freak, I think, actually did that in one of his videos. For me, I like the carbon paper method a lot. So, yeah, ring ring banana phone. I hope the sax. The other day, somebody was singing, and the lobby out there is a big sort of echo chamber. So somebody was singing down there, and it was driving me bonkers. Let's get back to the sponsors. So one of the things I got, if people don't know, this is Miniprints, and they've got Sweat the Small Stuff. Here's their logo. It's the little things that matter most. So if you look up on the top shelf, over here, which just went out of view, is an elephant car in O scale. I do actually have, somewhere there's elephant cars in other scales as well. So Bernard from Miniprints sent me 4 pachyderms. And I am assuming by the size of their ears, who knows? Who knows the answer? The size of the ears, you can tell whether it's an African or an Asian elephant. I, of course, forget which is which. I can't remember. One's got big ears, one's got small ears. But I've got 4 pachyderms from Miniprints for building out some of my circus stuff. So please check them out. There we go. Sparky knows African is bigger. So I believe these are African because I believe these are bigger ears. But check out the Miniprint site. These are really like, this is, yeah, I believe these are N scale. They're really detailed. I'm actually, when I saw them, I was really glad that they're painted the color that they're painted, because I was a little concerned that I was going to have to paint them, but they're almost kind of elephant color. as they are. So I don't, hopefully I won't have to elephant ears. I actually like elephant ears, the pastries. So tune in next week for the mail call. Yeah, maybe. What haven't they? I know, right? Is there a private eye? No, I don't think so. Norman Rowe, I just copy my track plan on my inkjet and cut the pieces out. 100%. You can do that as well. You do that as well. Thank you. It's different ways to look at it. Actually putting in my first N scale layout on a 4x8 plywood for starters. Yeah, I started out with some of these. Well, back in the day, I started out with plywood stuff. I have some t-trak modules that have fixed curves, but yeah, getting into the shelf layouts, you kind of got to figure out the curves and stuff like that. Does Miniprints make O gauge? I don't know the answer. I think they do. Miniprints. Let's see if they do. Shop. Let's see. What do we want to look for? Land animals. It is. It's an African elephant. I'm looking at the. Let's move this out of the way, and then. So yes, these are African elephants. They make them in NHOS scale for you S scalers out there, and O scale. So yes, you can get an African elephant. Look at how detailed that is. I am gonna have to paint these things, aren't I? That's what they say. Elephants don't forget. Sparky, how is it that you know so much about African elephants? I think that's. I don't know that there are Australian elephants. Miniprints is doing an awesome job. Just moved into a new space. He's got a lot of really cool things going on. So it's really cool. PGH Train Fanatic, just making sure everyone heard. If you joined late, Sparky announced the $13,000 giveaway on his channel. So definitely check that out. Oh, container. Yeah. So we should make that the poll for tonight. Do we think Sparky actually knows about African elephants, or is Sparky reading on Google? We used to get National Geographic magazines. They used to have, the red bindings on your bookshelf that were very very distinctive. So thank you, Bernard, for the Miniprint stuff. That's the wrong button. That's the button I wanted. Check them out. It's got a lot of interesting things, and they go well with the background flats from Nick over at PGH Train Fanatics. Yeah, Sparky's. So people think Sparky's reading on Google, or at least one person does. Yes, paint brings out the detail. Yeah, I wish I could. I'm not a great painter. That's my problem. So let's open a box up, shall we? I think Andy Estep is here. So we're going to open a box from Andy. That's all you, container man. That's what you're saying. Joey from Late Night Model Railroad is here. A box. It'll take an hour to open it. Like, I mean, it's 8:35. Look at all of the stuff that I got through already today. Andy did hand deliver it to me. He walked it here all the way from his place to here. I need to do something before we get into this. We're gonna go and let's see if I can do this. So Lion Chief, no connected locos. See, available locomotives, none. So I'm gonna turn this off, and there's the locomotive popping up, and we're gonna connect to it. And the reason I'm connecting to it is that I want to. I don't remember how to do it. Does anyone remember how to turn the sound down? I thought it was there, but now I'm not sure. Speed limit, momentum, smoke. Oh, it says Lionel steam locomotive. It's not connecting correctly. Something is wrong. Apparently it doesn't want to switch. What I was trying to do is I wanted to turn the sound off. I've been just trying to talk over it for a long time, and I feel like I'm being really loud. Yes, Andy the Messenger. Didn't know Canadians could read. Alexa, turn off O scale. I'm legging or am I lagging? It could be all about my legs. Wasn't there a microphone icon? I don't remember. I'm wondering if I'm having a problem because it's not connecting correctly right now, but let's see. Alexa, turn on O scale. I'm hoping that by turning it off and turning it back on again, there we go. Now it shows up. If you notice now it's Joey. You got to be careful with what you say. Alexa will send you stuff off of Amazon, stuff that's available. Yeah. If only there was some sort of manual that I could read. So here we go. Now we're connected. Just heard the horn. There we go. That's better. Now I can. I don't think you guys could hear that, but the silence. The silence is. What do they say? Silence is deafening. Now I'm trying to. How do I? There we go. All right. So now that that is turned off, I'm going to try and reconnect this guy. I was talking about this earlier. One of my goals, and I think this is sort of a funny, I mean, it's sort of a funny goal, but to some extent, it's kind of a, I want to see if I can get my YouTube channel big enough that I could have a Wikipedia page. It's pretty easy to get a Wikipedia page, so it's not like really that big of a deal, but I kind of think it would be fun to, there we go. It is going. I don't think I realized it was, I don't think I realized it was moving because it wasn't, it's very quiet. When I was running the O scale on analog, it was loud, like really loud. But the, but this new modern locomotive, so much quieter. Tim's heading out, has got to head home. There's about 20 miles of absolutely no service ahead of you. How does Heath get his groceries home without a car? I carry them. You go to the grocery store and you carry them home. Alexa, order lots of trains for Ian on Joey's tab.
A top result is decoding your dog, explaining common dog behaviors and how to prevent or change unwanted ones. By Amr, College of Veterinary Behaviorists. A print version. It's $12.
Alexa, stop. I don't know what that was. I have no idea. Yeah. I helped Sparky make some of the t-shirts, so check them out. I am still planning on going to Strasbourg, but I have to watch Sparky's video and like write everything down and then figure out what it's going to be a long process. It's going to be a long process. Joey says my credit card company just marked that order as fraudulent. Don't worry, Joey, we'll give them a call and get that reversed. So, what do people think is in the box? Where are you going, Sparky? What, are you hungry? I think there's something about Canadians and dinner at this time of night. But good night, Sparky. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. And I'll hopefully see you in Strasbourg. So what's in the box? What do we think? What do we think? Andy, you don't get to guess. Andy doesn't get to guess. Ethan's been mugged at least twice. No, luckily there's no muggins around here. Shall we open it? I've got a knife. I'm just reading the chat. I'm waiting for somebody to guess what's in the box. Oh, I did something kind of funny too. To get this camera, I did a sort of remounting of this camera. So I put a sticker up top on the overhead camera now because in this shot now the camera's in the way. So is there a box poll question? Nah, just answer in the chat. Wife knows it's Heath's dinner night. Oh, now I see what people are saying. People think there's air in the box. There could be. There could be air. Edward's saying hello. Split Rock says bubble wrap. There could be bubble wrap. I haven't tried shaking it. There might be another box. So the sticker is not crooked. It's that the arm of the jib is in the wrong relationship to the camera, so it appears crooked. It probably would stay on my head actually. Yeah, we got circus peanuts and peanuts as well. If it's a bag of potato chips, there's definitely air. That's very true. Couplers. I don't think if it is what I think it is, I don't think people are guessing correctly. It's not a mug. It's not a mug. I will say that. Let's start cutting. I'm trying. Tattoo the top of your head with your logo. I don't know about that. Alarm. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Alarm clock. I woke up today on time. If people weren't here last week, I almost slept through my own show. Why are circus peanuts orange? I don't know. I haven't had those peanuts in a long time. Those like orange candy peanuts. Oh, wheel sets. That's a good memory, Steven. Steven's remembering that Andy mentioned that he's got a bunch of O-scale two-rail O-scale wheel sets that he was trying to get me to convert my stuff to two-rail, but we didn't get there. That's actually funny. I wonder if I could get it done in henna. I feel like the logos kind of complicated with a lot of small lines. So I wonder if somebody could do it in henna. So Container Man, this was from Andy a step. Andy walked it over to me. Andy walked it over to me, and there is something in there. Laser etch my logo in my head. I think. What? I don't know why you typed that twice, Artie. I don't know why. I'll henna tattoo my logo if you do. Joey, your logo would be a lot easier to henna tattoo than mine. Andy says they stopped making those circus peanuts in the 60s. Everything they sell now is old stock. They tasted terrible. It is true how terrible they tasted. So, does anyone know what it is yet? Should we open this first or this first? I guess people know what this is, right? Nobody cares to see this, right? We'll just look at this other thing first. I'm kind of excited about this these 060 curves. It's gonna open up a lot of opportunities back there. It's gonna open up. Firewood. No, we will not be setting this on fire. Did everyone used to go to, I think it was called a ground round or ground, something like that, and you used to be able to get peanuts and you would throw the shells on the floor and there were just shells everywhere, all over on the floors. I think it was called ground round. And it was just kind of a fun little, a fun restaurant experience. There you go. My dad's confirming. Yes, ground and round. It's not a laser kit, but there does seem to be some wood. Oh, I didn't Did you vacuum pack this? Is this like vacuum packed? I'm very I didn't do you have a vacuum pack tool? This is really cool. Andy's actually teased this to me a long time. Oh, you can do that at Five Guys now. I didn't know that. None of the Five Guys burgers here in the city let you do that. Crapperhead had clowns on Saturday. I think that's probably when we went, was Saturday. Western Bar says peanut shows. I don't know if they stopped it because of like fire codes or anything like that, or why it was stopped, but I remember at some point they stopped. And I don't, do ballparks even sell peanuts now? I feel like they mostly just sell hot dogs and beer. Oh, is that why the rats? That's actually pretty funny. That it was, I guess, a health code issue because of all the rats. So let's get back to this. Ah, you didn't actually seal it. So I think this might just give away what this is. And this might actually give it away as well if you look up there. Yeah, there you go. Somebody's got it. So wasn't it really a liability issue from slip and fall? I mean, obviously they were very slippery, but were people really was that really kind of a part of it? So let's see if I can spell out my logo as I take them out. Did I lose one? Andy, where's the H? Am I missing something? Andy, you only sent me 3 bags. So it's Andy basically made my logo. He did it out of it looks like some sort of acetate type of thing, and so it's the UMAN of my logo. Except we seem to be missing. Oh, I get it. I'm goofy. The H is the big outside, right? So if we look at right, so the H is the outside of it. So he says, haha, I must have missed it. Did you make the H for the outside, or did you just make the UMAN? And maybe I just need to print the H. I could just print the H on the outside. You the man. Oh yeah, there you go. You the man. It looks like a church that floated around the room. The Jersey rats are brutal. Yes, they are. Yeah, so this is so Andy, if people don't know, Andy's a I mean, he's obviously a modeler, but he builds mounts for a living and he does this kind of stuff. So, oh, that's funny. Was it sent on April Fool's? When did he bring? I think he brought it on the 3rd. So I don't know. Andy, you don't have to make it. I can figure out the size and I can just print it out. I can print the H out. But yeah, but this is really cool. I'm gonna have to figure out where to put it. Oh, that's actually kind of cool to see the train going through it. I don't know. Oh, I'm like holding it up back here, and people can't see it. I'm gonna have to find a cool spot to put this. But this is really cool. So these are actual. For people that don't know, these are actual buildings in New York City. So this is the Hearst building over here. I think this might be the Grace building. I forget at this point. Obviously, there's the Brooklyn Bridge in the center. This building has a little fire escape on the side of it. The top of this is kind of like the Chrysler building. This might have been the Chrysler building. I think this building here with the top, we made like one of the financial center buildings. So, no, I knew it was my logo. I was curious if you guys knew it was my logo. Yeah, these are actual New York City skyscrapers. And if I asked the woman that designed it, she would probably remember what they all are. I don't believe any of them are the Flatiron Building. I'll have to go back and look. We actually have a drawing that we kind of got them all out on. Oh, that's actually a great idea. I have a piece of. I can get a piece of acrylic like this. This is just clear acrylic. I can get a piece of like that. I can glue it down to that, and then I can put the H on that. That would be really awesome. Yeah, there is a Statue of Liberty missing, but this is really awesome. This is really cool, and I actually like too. It looks like the bottom. There's a little bit of a space so that I can actually mount it on the bottom as well. Oh, is this Condé Nast? I thought this one was the Hearst building. Now I don't remember. They're actual little bitty people in them. They're made out of, if we look on the back, you can see there's some wood and some like acetate type stuff, plastic stuff. Oh, and cool. So we painted on the back side for the windows. So yeah, so there's some wood, some plastic, some other stuff. So yeah, Statue of Liberty is in New Jersey, not New York. Technically, if I'm not mistaken, actually, I think you're right. I think, what is it? There's one of the islands that's split halfway between New York and New Jersey. And I forget where's the H that classifies recognizing your logo. I'll make the H. I'll get the H going. Light them up. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Oh, colored acrylic. I wonder if I can find, or I can just back paint it. I could make some paint that's kind of the green stuff. Acrylic layer and a styrene layer. There you go. I can back paint some the green that's kind of like the color of my logo, and I can do it that way. The Statue of Liberty is not in water. It's on an island. If I put that back here, I'm getting warm. Is it like warm? I feel like it's really warm in here. I need to like open the window or something. Get a little breeze going. Unless you guys want to see me pass out, which could be interesting. Pass out on Empire State is next to the Brooklyn Bridge. No. Oh, you mean here? You think that's the Empire State Building? I don't think so. The doors, I think, are wrong. Oh, there you go. Liberty is Jersey. Ellis Island is what's split. There you go. Liberty Island is federal property. A tiny island in the water. Yes, it is. Martin owns the Brooklyn Bridge. Nobody take the Brooklyn Bridge from Martin. So, there's only one thing left. I don't know if people want to see this or not see it. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody. We did already look at one throttle. So you can see this throttle is much smaller. We've got the Digitrax throttle as well. Should probably just save this for another night, right? We'll just do another stream or whatever about the throttle. So this throttle I got from Iron Planet Hobbies, one of the sponsors. Please, if you need any DCC stuff or Woodland Scenic stuff or all kinds of stuff, check out his website. He's got a lot of great stuff, a lot of really great pricing, it's through, you know, you guys buying stuff from them that I'm able to, you know, get stuff like this from him. So one of the rare cases where the Lionel one is less expensive. It is. Yeah, I think this one's, I think, $50, and this is, I think, 129 or something like that. And then the UWT-50 is 199. So Lynn says he wants to see it. Norman says whip it out. Doesn't seem to be a lot of interest in it, though. I mean, you do know that it could take over an hour for me just to unbox this one thing. Bedloe Island is where the statue is located. What is Bedloe Island? I've never heard of Bedloe Island. Bedloe Island. Am I like looking up? Oh, Bedloe Island. Long known as Bedloe's Island, it was renamed by an act of the United Congress in 1956. There you go. So Liberty Island used to be called Bedloe Island. I didn't know that. Stop stalling and open the dang throttle. Roy, don't you already have one? You already know what it looks like. Was that your something? Was this your first comment the whole night? Was about getting me to open this? Ah, it's the old fort that was on that island. That's really cool. Oh, you've got the 100, not the 50. Gotcha. So this is TCS Universal Throttle. It's the potentiometer version, the US version. Connect your layout to the future. This is from TCS Train Control Systems. Oh, there you go. I just oops. Does the new throttle bounce? I don't know. Adam says, do you have the encoder version of the UWT-50 or you have the encoder version of the UWT-100? Liberty Island in New York Harbor in New York City in the United States. Yes. Yes, it is. Bedloe was a pirate. Apparently, he was a pirate that conquered an island. If we're still going with old names, Roosevelt Island is Welfare Island. I didn't know. I knew that it is where they sent all of the people with leprosy, but I didn't realize it was called. Welfare Island. Is this the thing where you were waiting forever for? It did take them a little bit while to release it. For people that don't know, this is a Wi-Fi throttle. This is the utility throttle. The UWT-50 is the basically that version, as opposed to. So here's like the full size. Sorry, I'm over here knocking stuff down while I'm trying to pull things out. So this is Digitrak's utility throttle and the big throttle. So the UWT 100 would be kind of this version, and the 50 is this version. This has an encoder, but the one on here is a potentiometer, GCC Wi-Fi module. Oh, they're just showing, I think, how it connects. FCC, UK, CA, CE, RNZ, I guess is New Zealand. Train controllers used to be called train transformers. That is very true. I have some train transformers on the wall right over here. The Hudson, oh, I didn't know that. The Hudson River is the North River. I would have thought that the North River would have been like Sputtendiville Creek. I didn't know that. Oh, you dropped yours at the show. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. One controller per engine. Train control system. I'll do, I'll definitely do some videos more on this. It's kind of either. So Joey likes boxes with locomotives in it. Does anyone know how hard this is going to be to build? I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this together. I don't know if I'm talented enough to put this together. I'm collecting throttles. I don't have that many throttles. I just have the 2 Digitrax throttles, and now I've got the UWT-50. I don't know, Container Man, I'll need to do a little bit of math to figure out exactly how tall the H is going to be. I am not going to do a bounce test. The 100 is only one type. Encoder thumb wheel, yes. But there's going to be a UWT encoder version as well, is my understanding. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. It's an old roundhouse kit. Barnum and Bailey Circus. It's got, you know, it's got the, I'm assuming this is probably lead, this weight. Yeah, so that is true. So the joke is, if you saw my video on how to install a lanyard a year ago, TCS did a video on how to install a lanyard on their TCS throttle. So my Digitrax version was kind of a parody of the TCS version. But Adam, if you would have installed the lanyards, yeah, don't lick the weight. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I mean, there's this whole like little box of this probably shouldn't be in there though. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it goes down in that hole. But it's pretty cool. It's got the motor and the wheels and all the little pieces and parts in here. Let's see if I can get this cover back on. So I might try building this one. I've got some other roundhouse locomotive kits that are like bigger boxes, but this one I feel like I might actually be able to do. It was on the edge of the layout while I was moving cars around and it got bumped. I have this throttle here I have thrown across the room by accident for a very, very similar reason. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's 1,000 pieces in this, but it could be just as hard as a 1,000-piece puzzle. Oh, I don't think so. This isn't a kit. I think this is yeah, this one's not the kit. This is the one for the Walther's circus set. That's not the one I wanted. The one I was trying to get is this one here. Oh. I got some of these, but I'm nervous about trying to put them together. I don't know that I'll be able to put them together. So this is a roundhouse HO locomotive. So this is also, oh, this one's already put together too, apparently. So these are all ones like that I want to wrap in plastic, just so that, you know, as the foam degrades, they don't get messed up. 060 switcher. Oh, it comes with assembly instructions, although it looks fairly assembled. So this looks exactly like the other one. Yeah, the other one's an 060 as well. This one's just seems to be already put together. And then there's this one as well. So I'm just doing this for Joey because Joey said he wanted to see some boxes of locomotives. So this is another roundhouse kit. This is an old timer loco kit, Wild West show, a 260 with 63-inch. Yeah, Martin, this is what I'm afraid of. I'll get it together. It just probably won't run. My dad says send him the kit. Yeah, I'm glad these are HO and not N scale. It probably will. Yeah, drop it on the floor instant kit. Yeah, let's not do that. This is Wild West show. So I guess this used to be a kit that somebody put together. Looks like already. One of these days I got to take these things out and try and get them running. But yeah, I got some of these. I got them like really cheap actually on eBay. every, get this kind of stuff on eBay, and it was very inexpensive to get some of these older trains. So I thought it would be cool to get, a couple and, maybe put them together, maybe not put them together. We'll see, one or the other. Oh, don't drop it. I almost just hit the floor. Almost just made it bounce. I do have a couple more kits up there, but I'm not going to get them down right now. Yes, we're opening boxes. Norman says he knows I can do it. Yeah, I know, right? I have so many projects. I've got a whole layout behind me here that needs to be built. And I've got these kits, and I've got just way too many things, way too many projects that I want to take on. But at least, of course, I go to this screen and there's nothing on it right now because they're all on the other side. But I'm enjoying just having some trains running while I'm working. Which you're saying your controller is still on, the batteries will die. Which controller are you talking about? You can get them running when you retire. Exactly. I hope I can retire one day. I love the fact that Heath doesn't even know what's in the boxes. That's a sign of hoarding. I know what's in the boxes. I wasn't sure which ones were put together and which ones weren't put together. I'm actually glad that most of them is put together. The kit one, here we go. See, Edward knows. The kit one is an 060T tank engine, and the other one is an 060 tender engine. And you are correct. This one says 060T. Edward says he believes in me. Too much stuff. He keep catching up to me. I don't know. How did I get so much stuff in this little room? Yeah, so the Lionel controller has to stay on. If I turn it off, the locomotive stops. But I'd rather keep this on than try and keep my phone from going to sleep. So that's that. Russ is late. Yeah, most things have labels. Yeah. Stephanie says Heath needs a hobby for his hobby. Heath, when you retire, you'll be a railroading monster. Just look at Steve Childish, probably. Your room looks like my room, Heath, only with a lot less dust. I do have some dust that I've got to work on. I like collecting the circus stuff. The circus stuff I don't mind collecting. This stuff up here, I'm not really sure. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. That stuff might go away because the other stuff that might go away is I've got all these Athearn Blue Box sets of passenger trains, and I can't decide if I should keep the passenger trains. I mean, I'll keep all the circus stuff. This is Circus HO. Here's some Circus HO, right? Like, I'll keep all the circus stuff. I just don't know if I'll keep the... Oh! Iowa Scale is live on the Second Section podcast. Well, I say instead of me opening up the UWT-50 throttle, we can all go over and visit the Second Section folks, see how they are doing, and talk to the Iowa Scaled Engineering. If people don't know, by the way, let's see. You can't see it there. Let's see. We can maybe see it there. These items here, these are the motormen from Iowa Scale Engineering, and I really like these. These are what's running the N and the HO trains on the back and forth track, and I really do like them. I think Iowa Scaled Engineering does some really good stuff. No, it's not dust. New York's got some dust. There's a lot of grime and stuff wherever. But Andy says goodbye. Artie's taken off. I think it's a good time to wrap this up. Once again, thank everyone so much for all your support. Please check out my sponsors. Please consider supporting the channel. Head over to Second Section Podcast you know, have a good conversation with those guys. And from the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity.